Throughout history, we have learned many things about how our ancestors changed our worldviews, deeply affecting how we live today. Today's topic is the Meiji period of Japan. In the year 1500, there were 250 warring feudal lords who were ruling Japan. But by the year 1603, the war was over, and Japan entered a 265-year period of isolation from the rest of the world. This was called the Edo Period. The Edo Period was a time of peace, love, and happiness, with no war, and people were very pleased with their lives. But your rank in life was determined into what class you were born into. From the bottom were non-humans, merchants, artisans, farmers, samurai warriors, daimyos, shoguns, and the emperor was on top, even though he had little control over what the country had. It was really ruled by Tokugawa Ieyasu, Oda Nobunaga, and Toyotomi Hideyoshi. They were the three shoguns. So Tokyo had its government, its jobs, its art. What else could they want? How about trading? Nope. Although Japan wanted to stay isolated, they knew that eventually there would need to be trade, so when the Dutch docked on a Japanese island, they allowed them to stay and trade books and trinkets. They wanted to stay low profile, but with rapid changing happening in surrounding countries, they knew it was only a matter of time before they had to face the facts. The world was evolving. Russia was trying desperately to get a hold of Japan's resources by using force, which resulted in the capture of a Russian ship. But in 1842, the Europeans joined together, and it became clear that Japan was next for an agreement, or an attack. They didn't want to end up in war and lose against the British just as China had lost. So after China was forced to surrender, the British, Russian, and Americans came to the Japanese asking for trade, but Japan denied. In 1853, Commodore Matthew Calibreth Perry set out to Japan to negotiate a trading agreement, and when Japan refused, he retaliated by sending 6 warships to attack Japan. Japan knew they had to sign, so they signed a treaty that included the promise of trade, and soon after, Japan signed the same treaties with Russia, Britain, France, and the Netherlands. Now that there were ports importing and exporting goods across the globe, by 1868, Japan experienced a time of adaptation and modernization, better known as the Meiji period. By that time, shoguns were a thing of the past, and Emperor Meiji took control, creating a constitution and a currency. And that is how Japan came to be the modern, fast-paced country it is today. Thank you.